EARNtrepreneurs Podcast with Sunday.
3 years ago, I started real estate. I was with someone, and we've done, like over $3 million in assets under management, and that was my first and only 9 to 5 job. And I was not working 9 to 5. I was working 6 to 10 because I was a manager. I was the on decks. I was the everything. So if I had time, I was the one with the key to the business, to the office. And I had to wake up 7 be at the office 6 a.m. and I closed 10 p.m. every day. And I went for it. No, because at the time I started learning trading Forex, we didn't have Forex influencers. We didn't have people that come to show Lambo and that comes to, flaunt out and all of that. We didn't have one. I could have been in that position where I'm doing that, but that's not the motivation for me. I've always known about Forex for a while, but even my dad, it was even from my dad, the idea of Forex I had from my dad. I'm trying to get a car for the company, a particular kind of car. And because I've been thinking about that car in my mind and I've been checking online to see pictures, when I drive on the road, I see that car everywhere. I see this car, I see that car. And this was not something that has been happening to me. So it bears the ideology that whatever you're looking for, they will see it. So there are opportunities everywhere. All you need to do is to start searching for them. Doing a lot of them. I was training people back to back. But is there something else that you also can go ahead and find out where people can pay you to? People were paying me to now. People still pay me. Yesterday, somebody still paid me to learn. Now I charge in dollars because most of the time people don't have anything. I was at that stage when I felt like I don't know anything. I don't have anything. I studied in College of Education, a degree from a teaching degree. From geography. Geography is going into an institution who is studying geography again and all of that. I don't want to be a teacher. There's a ton of things you can do that are not popular. That is not just freelancing alone. Freelancing is good. I did it also. That's not just Forex alone. I trade Forex. That's not just real estate alone. There are other things that are not popular. If it is too popular, the chances are that it might be oversaturated already.
The EARNtrepreneurs Podcast with Sunday.
Welcome, guys. Welcome to the Entrepreneur's Podcast, the podcast where we shine a light on the stories, the strategies, and solutions that help entrepreneurs like you earn smarter and grow faster. I'm your host, Sunday Abegunde, and I couldn't be more excited to kick off this second episode of this podcast with an amazing guest. In the house today, we have the CEO of Go Learn, and he's a man with many hats, and he's going to be telling us more about himself, and we'll be learning about his journey from his 9 to 5 job to his Forex job to his entrepreneurial activities. Welcome, Coach Paul Olubori.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Sunday. It's great to be here on the platform. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so he's a mentor to many people. Check out the Go Learn platform after getting a lot of value from the conversation with him, because today we are going to be asking him a lot of questions. We're going to be learning from him, and I'm sure he's ready for us. Okay, can you share with us your journey as a 9 to 5 guy, or did you not do 9 to 5 at all after university?
Yeah, I only did 9 to 5 once. And when I finished university, I finished serving. While I was serving, I started asking questions, looking for a job. And I studied education, geography education, but I don't want to be a teacher. I don't want to end up in secondary schools or any school teaching. Not because nothing is wrong with it, but I just don't want to. So I started looking for other jobs opportunity. So I got a job through my current mentor, who was building a new business at the time. He was building a gym at the time. So he needed someone to manage it. And that was my first and only 9 to 5 job. And I was not working 9 to 5. I was working 6 to 10 because I was a manager. I was the on decks. I was the everything. So if I had time, I was the one with the key to the business, to the office. And I had to wake up 7 be at the office 6 a.m. and I close 10 p.m. every day, except for Sundays when we don't open.
6 a.m. to 10 p.m.
Yeah, wow. It's a gym. So most people come early, before work. So we have to open by 6 a.m. and then there are people who also come late in the night after work. So I close by 10 p.m. So yeah, we have people that work out at that time. So that's basically my so that's the only 9 to 5 I did. I did it for like a year plus before COVID happened. So it was COVID, the gym was the first place that was shut down during COVID, the gym. So, and that's when I realized that I might actually need something very sustainable, because if something like COVID happens again, my work and my inflow, money making will also be threatened again. And at the time, we're not receiving salary during COVID. My employer tried, sent us food at different times and even money. But could it be sustainable? So that's when I began to now look elsewhere, begin to look for other things. So that's how I found myself doing many other things aside Forex. Aside 9 to 5.
Okay. Now that you've mentioned Forex, let's dig a bit into that. You can see that's an amazing journey. Every lion started as a cub. He said he started with a 9 to 5 job, which he did for a year. And now talking about him, at what point did you start trading Forex? How did you get into Forex?
Yeah, so I've always known about Forex for a while, but even my dad, it was even from my dad, the idea of Forex I had from my dad, but that time it wasn't like the technical trading Forex type. It was more of the collaborative investment side of it. There was something they call e-gold that time, 22 USD. It was a multi-level marketing system kind of thing they did that time. So that was how I got to actually know about Forex at the time. And then when COVID happened, before COVID happened, I was already trying to learn. I was learning and I was doing one or two things, but part of my work, NYC days and, having to go for NYC, going to work, I couldn't really do so much. So, but I was learning, and thank God, luckily for me, I was learning at the point, I would take breaks once in a while, go to see a tutor that was teaching me. I would read online, I would watch video online about it. I was researching, I was working, I was learning, I was combining them. So when COVID happened, I already had a few knowledge. So I took it up to start training other people also. So that's how I started making money. I would charge them 6,000, I would charge them 12,000 naira to teach them. Some people were not able to pay, some people paid 30,000, but I was able to generate some funds from it, and I was able to take those funds also as my capital to start trading. So I started trading. I started training other people. I trained a lot of people. I think that was a year or period that I trained the most people, because I was always having training sessions almost every day, webinars, new set of people, because many people also had the time that time, because people were locked. People were locked at home. There was not much movement. So that was how I got into trading, and I kicked it from there. And that's how far we went, and how far I've been.
Wow, that's amazing. That is how far you started the journey to the billions, to the millions. Okay, that's amazing. It's so good to learn that. And I'm going to ask a question. I understand that you do other things aside Forex. In short, like I know you more for your entrepreneurial activities. Is it that the journey started with Forex? You raised enough capital to start trading on your own, and then some of the money got pumped into some other entrepreneurial endeavors. Can you tell us more about that?
I've always been enterprising. So Forex was just one of the entrepreneurial journey. And what does it mean to be enterprising? Like you are an enterprise, you yourself become an enterprise, and you are looking to make profit. So either through one company or through multiple companies. The idea is that you have to make profit. So that's what it means to be enterprising, according to me. So for me, what I did at the time to be what I did was I was always asking questions, asking people, looking at people, asking, what can I do? What do you do? What can I do to make money? Or what is working? What can I also do to make money? So those are one of the things that I was from those questions. I go online to even ask Google that time, because I don't even really use Google, but that's one of the few questions I have asked Google the most. Like, what can I do? How can I do more? You understand? So, and at those time, Forex was top of it, was coming, So when I started trading Forex, and because I have a heart for young people, the idea of wanting to teach people also, because everything I have learned, that I've known, that has worked for me, I've taught everybody back. Most people back. All of it actually, I've taught a lot of people back. So the idea also was that, if I found this thing and it's working, I want to teach it for other people. So I think that was one of the things that took me into other things, like say, that took me into other things, other business. So I made money when I made money from trading. I used it to fund my trading. I made money from partnerships and other things, fund my trading, and then I made money from trading. Of course, you lose money too. I lose money. We lost a lot. from trading, but it wasn't necessarily really. Well, there was some money that were used from taken from Forex to put into other things, but there were other things I was also doing because it wasn't just Forex alone. So my hands were full. I was always speaking from different things also. So of course, Forex was the beginning. Salary first, from salary to Forex, then from Forex to training. Then from training also, I took those money into other things. And all those other things were bringing in other money that sometimes they go back into Forex or they also go back into other things.
Oh, amazing. So Coach Bori just confirmed something I used to say. It takes money to make money. You know, many times I get messages of persons reaching out to me and saying, "Oh, Sunday, I just got fired from my job. Please, what can I do?" Most times I try to like ask the person question and see one or two other things the person can do. You know, every individual is unique. Then if there is no other thing the person do on the side when they are on the 9 to 5 job before they get fired, sometimes my recommendation is still always, okay, do you have a savings that can cover you for 6 months, or a savings that can help you kickstart another journey? For example, if you want to learn Forex from Coach Bori, he has an organization, Go Learn, and I can confirm that they've been training a lot of people over the years, and I even know some of their students who are doing fine. So like if you want to undergo a kind of program like that, it takes money to make money. Nobody teaches you how to make money. Even people might have the art to teach you for free, but it takes their time. That time they could use it to make other money. So it doesn't make logical sense that they spend it teaching you without getting any value from you. Even the amount they charge you many times is a peppercorn rate. It's just a small amount compared to the value they give you. I'm not talking about those fake gurus that just want to sell you courses that are not making money from the actual thing, that the only way they make money is the training. And now we've had Coach Bori say that, okay, he makes money from salary. Then if you are still at that salary level now, what can you invest that salary into? In his own case, he invested his salary into Forex, and he continued that until the Forex is able to stand on its own, and then he began to use the money from Forex to do other entrepreneurial stuff. That teaches us something: diversification. Coach Bori, can you tell us a bit more about diversification, and what is the biggest financial challenge you've ever encountered?
Diversification. I think that's what my own life has been. I think the word diversification might probably be wrongly abused or wrongly used sometimes. So, by the way, people need to understand, and that when we talk about diversification, the first thing that comes to your mind is not just about business. And also, it's not just about companies. It's not just about a single business diversifying into other sector. Diversification is even first about you, about an individual person. The idea of diversifying, it means that you are diverting resources, you are diverting energy into other things apart from the single thing that you're doing. And I've been a Christian. I understand one of the things I had to learn early is about the Eden. About Eden has 7 sources that flows into it, and it's one of the most guarded and most productive garden where Adam lived. And what that means is that is a good example of diversification, because it is receiving strength and power resources from 7 different streams. And that's where streams of incomes come from: stream, water. So the diversification is you having opportunity and setting up structures for yourself that allows you, to receive other streams, to receive different streams of income. So when you are diversifying, the idea of diversifying is an idea of you trying to create up new streams of income that is beyond your current ones. Not that you are thinking of bad will happen, but of course this is Nigeria. Even anywhere in the world, bad can happen. Inflation can happen. You can lose your job for any reason that may not be. Do you have other stream of income that can sustain you? Or I know it's also always difficult when people say they have 9 to 5, none of that. How can I get a new skill? None of that. So that's why I go to university, I go to secondary school to empower these young people on time, because those are the periods you can begin to learn a new skill. The future skill, before you get a job that is doing 9 to 5, and that you no longer have time to learn something new again. But when you begin to learn it on the early stage, even when you're in university, I learned like 5 or 6 skills in the university. I learned how to make kuli. I learned how to make tie and dye. I learned how to do barbing. I learned sales. I learned how to do Métis. I used to do Métis in school, all of that. And then many other digital skills that I had to learn. I learned graphic design. And these were not times that I was doing 9 to 5. I was an undergraduate. As I was doing NYC. I learned something. I did more of sales doing NYC. So by the time I did 9 to 5, and when COVID happened, I was not totally empty. So the idea is that diversification means that in the days of the abundance, and the abundance is not only financial abundance, it also means that the days of your time abundance, the days of your resources abundance, the days of your age abundance, that your age is smaller, that you should begin to, diversify those time, those resources into other things. Some people now, they are listening to me now, they are very young, they are still undergraduate. I know you are studying a course in school, and you are studying one thing and all that. But it's not possible that you will tell me that you cannot spare 1 hour in a day out of 24 hours to take on a new skill, to take on AI robotics, to take on data marketing, to take on content creation, I say that you do a lot of content creation, and I mean, amazing job, I follow you. And from content creation alone, you can diversify into other things, because there are so many value chains in content creation. You could be the graphic designer designing the graphics for the content creators. You could be the videographer making the video for the content creators. You could be the content writer for people that are copywriter, for people that are doing content creation. You could be the one creating the content yourself. You could be the one managing the people doing content creation. You could be the one advertising for content creators. So there are so many value chains. And one of the things I did was to create a niche for myself also. Like today, as I'm speaking to you, I just finished creating another niche in the Forex industry that is going to also set me ahead of others beyond just the trading of Forex, where I have also made money, a lot of thousands of dollars over the years, and benefited so many things where I've made money from. So diversifying means that you are diversifying from the place of the abundance currently, because you cannot diversify in lack and in penury, or it means that you have that thing abundance now. So if it is time that you have, and you can manage it, diversify that time into other things. Look, not because of fear, but because of seeking for other opportunities, other streams of incomes that can help you in the day anything happens. So that's basically what my idea of diversification means.
I really love that. That is so profound. The amazing thing is, like I used to say something, when it comes to diversification, don't start off trying to diversify. Conquer one mountain first. Yeah, there's a place for experimenting, like the first speaker on this, in the first episode of this podcast, Coach Lala talked about experimentation. There's that phase. If you're an undergraduate, you have the opportunity, like Coach Bori just said, to experiment with different things. Learn AI robotics, learn machine learning, have a knowledge of graphic design, have a knowledge of UI UX design, jump from those things. The amazing thing is, like, when he's saying it, I can see that there is a correlation, like, between what he said, my own ideology, and what Coach Lala said in the first episode. So after the experimenting stage, and now you've chosen one thing that you want to double down on. In his own case, it was, I think, Forex for a start. After conquering that one mountain, that Forex mountain, conquer that one mountain first, because don't spread yourself all out, that you spread yourself thin, and you become a jack of all trades, master of none. Although that adage is actually originally jack of all trades, master of none, but oftentimes better than a master of one. I think something like that. So after conquering one mountain, you've gotten the hang of one thing, you know how to do that one thing, it is making you money. Then you can now start to, like, diversify into other aspects or specific niches of that field that other people are not looking into, like Coach Bori just told us right now. Then, Coach Bori, do you remember, I think the last time we saw in person was at Free Conference by Jimmy Tewe in 2018. Then the idea of Free Conference was actually from employee to employer. Can you tell us about your ideology, like where you are at that point and where you are right now? Do you think that you've actually fulfilled the will I say mandate, or the whole idea that program? Because I know you must have attended even more programs like that. Like, what contribution did those kind of programs have on you?
That's like 6-7 years ago. I mean, it's been a long time. I've gone out myself to organize events in such manner and in big volume like that, and I'm going to go about it. One of the things those kind of events did to me was to help me see possibilities, because when you see that day of that event, I had to borrow that shirt I wore actually. I had to go and borrow it. I probably borrowed the money to buy the shirt because we will have to wear black, and I couldn't get a black t-shirt. And I think what just happened is a lot of growth, a lot of questioning, and I'm questioning my own assumptions and asking the right questions those times. So events like that are events that opens your mind and connect you. I mean, we ego connected, you and I. So when people come and share their stories of how they were this and now they are this now, just motivates you and just encourages you. So I mean, after those events, I've gone ahead to attend other ones and also hosted some myself. It's been a great ride. It's been a great ride because I didn't stop asking questions. I didn't stop. So like what you were trying to say, I mean, not going thin about even when you're diversifying. Before I do real estate big time now. I do real estate well now. Also, before while I was in Forex, I began to what I started doing. I was getting out of the Forex already, but I knew that I don't think this is what I want to do for all my life, and I don't know how sustainable this is. Even though it looks sustainable because of the volatility, I know that I need something balanced and stable also. So while I was in Forex, I was already putting my head into real estate. 3 years ago, I started real estate. It is with someone, and we've done, like over $3 million in asset under management, and I mean, so I didn't leave Forex totally, but I had my height and one of my leg also in the real estate business, because there's a strategy, something they call a monkey strategy. A monkey does not leave the former tree; he holds it firm, while he uses the other hand to go and test another one. If it is strong also, and if it is not strong, it goes back to the one, and if it's strong enough, it can move there while maintaining and knowing that one is also working, it can switch in between. So I mean, Forex today, in fact I have a trade running, but not a serious one because I've not been actively trading like that, but I just do more of training and do the other value chain on the business of trading. So I mean, for me, it's been a journey. I've attended more events. I'm giving myself to education to learn. A lot of people, and one of the tools you can also learn, events help you to compress knowledge, years of knowledge of people into one training sometimes. So when people come and share, you are able to pick from 5 people speaking, 10 people speaking. You're able to, that's a compressed volume of knowledge that you can get at a time if you pay attention to what you're learning, and then you may not need to necessarily go through all of those things that they have to go through. So I mean, I think it's a good one, events and those it's been a good ride from that time to now, I guess so.
Oh, amazing. So I still have 53 more questions to ask you, but because of time, I'm going to wrap things up right here and ask you the last question. Okay, what is your sincere advice to someone out there watching us right now? Just trying out different things, not knowing what to do. The person has even considered maybe starting Forex trading or starting all this entrepreneurial stuff, and hearing guys like myself talk about maybe we making thousands of dollars in freelancing, but then just doesn't know what to do. The person is very confused, and the person probably is just tied to a salary job right now that they know that this is not what I want to do. What would you have to say to that person? Looking at the person eyeball to eyeball.
Well, thank you. So I'm going to expand a little bit on that because so that people can understand what I'm trying to say. There are different sides to that, and the first part is, what do you have? So a lot of times, the problem is people want to follow what is popular, what is common, and what other people. I know as much as it's good to do what other people are doing, but it's not. I would usually don't advise to do. I didn't do what other people are doing. I didn't start real estate because other people are doing real estate. I didn't even start Forex because other people were doing Forex. Of course, it said it makes money, but it wasn't about other people. It was about what I found out. That can I do this, and I realized I can do it, and I went for it. No, because at the time I started learning trading Forex, we didn't have Forex influencers. We didn't have people that come to show Lambo and that comes to flaunt out and all of that. We didn't have one. I mean, yeah, I could have been in that position where I'm doing that, but that's not the motivation for me. So it's about what do you have? What can you do? And if you can't do anything, that is the stage where you need to begin to look for what you can do. Begin to learn something that you can do. Because most of the time people don't have anything. I was at that stage when I felt like I don't know anything, I don't have anything. I studied in College of Education, a degree from a teaching degree, from geography. Geography is going into an institution who is studying geography again and all of that. And I want to be a teacher. But I began to ask, what else can I do? I love people. I have made more money from loving people. I know that might sound somehow, but I mean, maybe in other podcasts I can put that down. I made more money. I'm a product of referral. People have referred me a lot, and it's because I love people and I deliver. When I meet a client and or a student, I teach them as if I'm teaching the daughter or the son of the president. And I deliver excellently well. That they if are people who do post, who don't talk about other people, they find themselves comfortable talking about me. So you have to have, who are you? What do you have? I mean, in the religious book that we read, the prophet asked, what do you have? She said she had a small oil. And then the small can multiply. Anybody, they are praying that God should bless you. That's until you have something in your hand. That's something that God is going to bless, because God wants to bless what is in your hand. So you must have something. So is it a skill? Is it a gift? Is it a talent? Some people have good talent. Some people have. So you must first know, what do you have. Then the other thing I want to say is that don't focus on what is popular. We have been too focused about what is popular. I mean, people come out and say this is that. Okay, try it, and if it doesn't work, go and look at the other value chain. There are people I've met of recent who are making good money, and people who are doing something not popular. I mean, can you imagine that recycling, just recycling plastic, you can make good money from it. Can you imagine that picking up waste? I mean, there's a ton of things you can do that are not popular. That is not just freelancing alone. Freelancing is good. I did it also. That's not just Forex alone. I mean, I trade Forex. That's not just real estate alone. There are other things that are not popular. If it is too popular, the chances are that it might be oversaturated already. And for you to be when I entered Forex, I was part of the early people that not just started trading, but started making it popular in Nigeria, because I was talking about it everywhere. I was training people. I was doing training back. I tell you, in fact, most of the big guys today, I trained a lot of them. I was training people back to back. But is there something else that you also can go ahead and find out, and you can be the master and go there ahead of other people before people come in, and you can be the one that that will be at the gate of that screen or of that knowledge, where people can pay you to. People were paying me to now. People still pay me. Yesterday, somebody still paid me to learn. Now I charge in dollars, and I charge in not 6,000 again. I charge sometimes $500, $300, sometimes depending on $100 if it's just my courses, because I was already ahead, and I also kept learning. I can't be getting better by myself. So my advice is that look for other things. You can find the popular thing to sustain or to just get into, but look for the unpopular things, for the longer time and things. Now, animation, I don't say AI is a new thing, great, but there's going to be some demand. Web3 is a new best thing. There's going to be some demand in those sectors. Are you beginning to learn about it? Are you beginning to understand it? Are you beginning to research about it? Are you beginning to now figure out, how can I key into this thing? How can I be a part of this thing? How can I make sure that I am part of the people that are going to be the forefront of people? Now, I'm in the real estate business. I'm doing mine differently, and trust me, we are moving. We are sold out properties in a number of weeks and months. We sold out, and there's that demand. Does that mean that there has not been any set company before I came? There has been a lot. But what did I do? I came with something different. I came with something better. I came with different offer. So my idea also is that, what do you have? One. Number two, don't focus on the common, focus on the uncommon. And number three, think value chain. Think value. I got a job by asking someone, listen, what can I do for you? Not asking them for money. I didn't ask at the job. I told you, the 9-to-5 job. I went to ask someone, hello, do you have a job or just something? I'm looking for a job. What do you want me to do? I can drive. I can wash your car. I can do this. And she was like, I didn't apply. I didn't send the CV. I didn't get a job from CV. I got a job because I was looking for how to offer value. Okay. And so if you can focus on that and do that, what you don't search for, you don't find. When you get on that journey, when you're going to search for all those things, I can assure that you'll find. I want to buy. I'm trying to get a car for the company, a particular kind of car, and because I've been thinking about that car in my mind, and I've been checking online to see pictures. When I drive on the road, I see that car everywhere. I see this car. I see that car, and this was not something that has been happening to me. So it begs the ideology that whatever you're looking for, they will see it. But when your mind is not there, now I'm not looking for Lamborghini. I'm not looking for a particular kind of car. No matter how much, whatever it is, I will not see it. I can see them pass, but my mind will not be there. But when you put your mind to it and you begin to search for them, you start seeing them everywhere. So there are opportunities everywhere. All you need to do is to start searching for them and start seeing the right questions. Thank you.
Wow, that's awesome. You can see he really poured out his heart into this conversation. And please, after this podcast, you can go check out Go Learn. I think Go Learn. So you can see their training. I said this will be the last question, but I want you to promote Go Learn. Can you tell us maybe a testimony of some of your students at Go Learn?
Yeah. So okay, so under Golen or with Golen, we have other companies. We have Go Digit, which is a fully Forex company. We have Go Realty, which is a real estate company. We have Go Kids, which is financial literacy for kids. We have Go Moms. We have I Love to Volunteer, the volunteering platform. So under Golen, there's a lot of other programs. And we invite people. The goal is to help young people to make money. It's about financial freedom, financial literacy, and we've had quite a number of people in their tens and their hundreds who have gone through our trainings, our programs, and they have gotten financially better. Because what we teach is financial management, how to make money, manage money, and multiply money. At the top of my head, I can't count tens of people, but there's a unique one of director. Probably you might have seen him on TikTok.
I know director.
Yeah, it's one of our guys. One of our products at Golem. He's also currently a leader at Golem. And I was his first recipient when he got to Lagos, and we started working with us and watching me learning from us, going through our training. He's currently doing something good for himself. He won a millionaire from Gigantech recently. And he's currently the one also edging our media in terms of trainings and also putting the media out there. So focus majorly is to help young people to learn how to make money, manage money, and multiply money. So yeah, that's basically what we do. So we're also advocating for skill acquisition, helping young people to acquire skills. And we trained about 4,000 people last year, and this year we are looking to do maybe double of that or triple of that. We're already putting some things together also for people. So that's basically what Golden is all about.
Whoa, thank you so much for your time on the Entrepreneurial Podcast. I hope you guys got value for your time, and I really learned a lot, even myself. And that is what we're talking about, bringing valuable people that getting to track them down. I talk about Coach Lala, getting to speak with him for like an hour, like I did, if not on the leverage of friendship, relationship. It charges maybe like close to maybe 600K or to $1 million for 1 hour session. So we actually appreciate people like Coach Bori when they come here to pour out their art. If you get value from this, please type "thank you, Coach Bori" in the comment section. I'm sure he's going to see it. Thank you very much. Until next time, I remain your humble host, Sunday Abegunde. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.
All right. Thank you so much, bro.
The EARNtrepreneur Podcast with Sunday.